Right now, I have with me the president of New York Sportscene Children's Foundation, Fran Petito. Fran, what an exciting event this is every year.
Thank you. It's wonderful to have you here, Helen. This is our 6th annual. Last year would have been our 6th, but we were shut down with COVID, so it's wonderful to be back. We have a great turnout today. We're in October, so that's always a fun month to do this. And we have a lot of great supporters, including Patricia's. We're honoring Dwight, Gooden, and that'll be a lot of fun. Major League Baseball, and we got some great prizes. So.
That's wonderful. So tell everybody what it is that New York Sportscene Children's Foundation does for the kids.
Well, it's not just kids. So over COVID, we've actually had to provide food for a lot of the military, for a lot of our seniors that, because they were afraid to go out shopping. And a lot of our volunteers, about 17 people, were getting food dropped off on their doorstep once a week, sometimes twice a week, depending on what we bought. And we have great partners with Apple Bank and Huntington Learning Center. They were drop-off locations. We were able to do summer backpacks. We were able to do food for the military, food for the seniors, food for the homeless. You know, what happens with a lot of the smaller organizations is they fall through the cracks. They can't apply for any of the government things that are being handed out so freely, but they fall between the cracks because the people that are running the foundations are supporting it and providing the money, and a lot of these people are on unemployment or they're out of work. So it's become extremely difficult, and we did have a lot of different people reach out. So it seems that the bigger organizations have all been funded and gotten money and have, good support. But a lot of the little ones, we actually lost we deal with 35 children's foundations, schools, hospitals, and we lost 6 over just 2 years because they couldn't survive. We're more a charity of the heart. So we find out what the real need is, and we provide that.
Yeah. Now, with Christmas coming, I understand that, there's a shortage of truck drivers, supplies, et cetera, et cetera. How are you going to proceed when the holidays come?
We've already started. Well, being that, what happens is, again, we provide for between 1,500 and 2,500 children and families. And a lot of the people that come this year are really, really in need of food. So we've already started. We also do a military campaign for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Valentine's Day. We send care packages, so they'll be sent all over the world where our people are. And sometimes people don't realize that even though we're not in Afghanistan, our military is all over the world. So a lot of our packages will be going to places like Kuwait, South Korea. Our guys and women are there. Really. And it's a wonderful program, and Apple Bank has just committed that they'll be sponsoring with us.
That's wonderful.
So, it'll be a nice
That's
thing.
terrific. Do you have a website or a phone number where people can help in some way if they feel so inclined?
Absolutely. You can go to nyscfkids.org. That you can make a donation, look at some of the stuff, check out some of Helen's wonderful videos. Greatest videographer that I've ever worked with, very blessed. And the number is 631-619-6100. We look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to thank you all for coming and joining and helping support the New York Sportscene Children's Foundation. There's a big volunteer foundation started by our founder, and I'd like to start with the executive board, Mike Catino. At this time, I want to recognize the rest of the executive board. Our president, and the person who's put more work into these things than anybody I know, is Fran Petito. And in case you don't know, we used to, before COVID, and we're going to bring this back, is we have the Fran Petito Heart of an Angel Award dinner. And you've got to come to this event, a major event, the Fran Petito Heart of an Angel. The Lombardo family, Tunnels to Towers, just to name a few. St. Mary's Children's Hospital, Dr. DeMora. So we honor people every year for the Fran Petito Heart of an Angel. Next, as the Executive Vice President, is myself. We've got We have the senior director, Scott Butcher. Where's Scott?
Hey,
Scott, come on up. We have another senior director, Rich Bovett. Where's Rich? Rich Bo. Rich, where are you? There he is. We have our military liaison, Steve Castleton.
Hey, Steve.
Customer service, Jay Wagner. Where's Jay? We have another director, Karen Feldman. And one of my favorite directors, Gary U.S. Bonds. Let's hear it for Gary. Come on up, Gary.
This is too problem number one.
And I'd like to give honorable mention to some other board members who couldn't make it here tonight. We have Director Sal "The Voice" Valentinetti, our second Vice President, Evan Prothamo. We have our Senior Director, Eva Pappas. We have our Secretary Treasurer, Christine Nolan. Our Marketing Director, Katie Cox. Our Creative Director, Kim Hess. A Director, Andrea Dr. Guy Furno. And then we have our Senior Teen Ambassadors. If you don't understand what this program is about, every year we bring in teenagers to become our teen ambassadors. We have Nicolette Furno, Olivia Price, who's our team leader, and our newest is Owen Marquardt. Where's Gary?
I know you hate this. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I know Fran hates this, and especially Frank hates this. Frank hates ad-libs, and so does Franny. All right, for those of you who don't know what military challenge coins are, military challenge coins started by 5th Special Forces Group in the Vietnam War. Military challenge coins are meant for somebody when you do something exceptional in life, when you do something to help save other people's lives, when you just go above and beyond, when you beat the odds. All right, there's one person here who I think deserves that more than anybody. Okay. And he deserves it. I mean, he's one of the most amazing individuals I ever met.
At this time, I'd like to have Mike, a founding member of our executive board, give some words.
Right now, I'm with Mike Catino, who is the founder and chairman of New York Sportscene Children's Foundation. It's so nice to see you, Mike. I haven't seen you for a while because of COVID.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be back. And the COVID, put a thing on all the events all over the United States, all over the world, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And we are lucky that, fortunately, everybody's getting their shots and things are getting better and the sports are coming back.
Yeah.
They are back.
It's a good thing. So tell everybody what year it was that you started New York Sportscene Children's Foundation and why you did.
Well, we started this thing about 25 years ago with New York Sportscene. We had these big award dinners in New York City, and we had it for 3 years in a row, and they were sold out. We had the New York Hilton Hotel, the Marriott, and the Waldorf Astoria. And the fourth year was going to be at the New York Hilton Hotel. September 28th was booked, and 9/11 happened. And they closed down New York, so we had to refund all the money, and we stopped it.
Yeah.
Then Fran started it up again, Fran Petito, my president, and she's excellent. She really is the heart and soul of the foundation.
engine. Yeah.
She is the engine. Without her, we probably will be nothing. And she's been around for 42 years with me, and she does an excellent job.
Yes.
She organizes the whole thing.
Right. But you also had an entertainment magazine, didn't you?
Yes, we still do it. We have Nightlife Magazine online, and we have New York Sports Scene online, and we have a New York Sports Scene radio show that's done by Earl Marks, and he has his own thing from 9 to 11 on JVC Broadcasting on Long Island.
Good. Now, are you a big sports fanatic?
Yes. Why not?
What's your favorite sport?
Well, karate. I've been in karate for 52 years. I teach karate.
Are you a
And
black belt?
I'm a master. Yeah. Yeah, I got my 10 degrees. And
What kind of karate?
I teach jiu-jitsu and aikido.
Okay, because I know there's
Yes.
various kinds,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Tonight you have a very special guest. You have Doc Gooden.
Yes.
So how do you feel about that?
I feel good. Doc's a friend of mine, and Larry Davis put it together for me with Steve Castleton, and these guys are the greatest guys in the world. They know everybody. And with the magazine, everything fell together.
Listen, I don't want to take too much of your time, but I'd like to thank you all for coming. I know we got a rainy day. The hurricane knocked us out the first time. This time was more successful, and I'm glad everybody had a good time. I would like to thank Patricia's for being one of my sponsors. Lou, is there Lou over there? Patricia's Restaurant, they're all over Long Island. These guys are 100% take the families out. And Rich Bowe, my landlord, every time I tell him my landlord, he yells at me. But he's in my room every day eating chocolate candy. Anyway, thank you, and I want to turn it over to the most important person. Fran Petito been with me for like 42, 43 years. I know. And she's the one that puts this whole thing together.
So just to tell you a little bit, the last 2 years have been really hard on everybody, and we sympathize with everybody who's lost anybody over the COVID, any elderly that have passed because of the stress of the COVID. We personally lost Paul Sequence Ferguson, and during the cocktail hour, we always have him playing, and we really miss him. So we played his music today for everybody as a tribute.
Right now, I'm with New York Sportscene Children's Foundation military liaison, Steve Castleton. How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing excellent. How about you?
I'm good.
November 11th is the first Army-Navy game to be held at MetLife Stadium of the academies, the Naval Academy and West Point.
Really?
But what's happening at 4 o'clock in the morning, our time, is going to be a real Army-Navy game, active duty troops playing flag football in Kuwait. It's going to be sponsored by the New York Jets, and they're making custom jerseys, sending footballs and flag belts and things like this. In support of it, this Children's Foundation is actually going to send a whole bunch of Humvee tailgate type goodies over there for the game. So that should be a lot of fun. The kids are going to get involved in it. The Sportscene Foundation Board of Directors are going to get involved in it. And it gives the active duty members a touch of home.
So tell me something about your documentaries that you do.
Our first documentary was about Chris Hondros, unbelievable wartime photojournalist who was killed in a rocket attack in Libya. It tells an amazing story about him. Documentary won a bunch of awards at the Tribeca Film Festival and others. The next documentary we're working on is having to do child abduction and trafficking, specifically in areas like Sierra Leone. But what we're seeing more and more that's in the news more and more nowadays is how much goes on in the U.S. and other countries as far as trafficking and child abduction goes. Sometimes documentaries are great.
I love
it opens people's eyes
documentaries.
up.
I love them.
And Netflix is an unbelievable outlet for it.
Yeah.
And no, I don't own Netflix stock, but it's a great outlet.
So tell us, you're doing one about horses also?
Doing one about horses, a great place called Warrior Ranch out east in Calverton. Eileen Shanahan's the president of the ranch. It's a great place that
She's
takes
amazing, Eileen.
takes horses that have issues. You know, sometimes ones that are going to be put out to pasture, ones that people can't take care of, and mixes them with veterans who have PTSD. And the calming effect that the horses have on the veterans and the veterans actually have on the horses is amazing. I mean, they feel the horse's heartbeat, and you see instantly a veteran calming down. And I think the best way the public can go out there and help veterans is two very simple words: thank you. Say thank you to them. You see them.
Really?
Sometimes
Yes.
something as simple as saying thank you for your service.
Right.
that's the thing that's going to make the difference in a veteran's life every day.
So tonight, we're going to ask Steve Castleton to come up. He will introduce Larry Davis, and we will be honoring Dwight Gooden, a superstar. You are an amazing individual, and we're very grateful for what you do for others and the heart you touch, the lives you change. Thank you.
Okay, let me tell you a little something quick about Larry. One word describes Larry: done. When it comes to a charity and somebody needs something, Larry Davis is always there. He doesn't care what it is, he just wants to get up and do it, and it's amazing.
Good evening, everybody. How are you? How are you? I'm doing great. Thank you. You know, when Mikey reached out to me, he said, could we get Doc to do this event for him? I said, why not? He says, well, you know, he's busy, he's got all this stuff going on. So a deal that Doc and I had did with a mortgage company called Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, that Doc represents the company. Excuse me. So I reached out to them and I said, listen, this is what Doc and I want to do. We want to donate Doc's time and Doc to be honored this evening in respect for them. And that's why Doc is here tonight through Nationwide Mortgage Bankers. I also see our good friends Patricia is here, which they also said, unbelievable guys. You want anything donated, food, whatever, Patricia's is there for you. And of course my boy, where's my boy Tony Luisi? I love Tony, Roslyn Social, no one's as good as Tony. Always the best, always looking to help. Ladies and gentlemen, Doctor.
Honestly, it's great to be here tonight. As Larry mentioned, you know, I try to give back as much as I can, especially when they mention kids, because obviously in my life, I've made a lot of mess. I try to turn that around and turn it into messages. I've been given many opportunities where people have lost their lives doing a lot less than I've done with my life. So I feel it's my obligation to give back, and as well as many of you guys who've always been supportive for me, been fans for me on and off the field. And it's just my way of always giving back and saying thank you, because I really appreciate that and I mean that. It means a lot to me. I moved back to Long Island in December. As Larry said, when I moved back, Larry's a good friend of mine. He helped me get a job with Nationwide Bankers, and they've been great. I'm very happy to be proud of that. They're changing lives. They're helping people with mortgages to get second chances. And that's what I'm about now today.
2021 honoree Dwight Eugene Doc Gooden. You are an inspiration, a champion for the children of fallen first responders from the FDNY and NYPD, as well as military service members. Supporting children's baseball clinics, providing equipment and improving fields for children to play safely, encourages teamwork and dedication. Your efforts to help all Americans achieve the dream of home ownership continue your lifelong commitment to serving our communities. Thank you for your service. We'd love
Right now, I am with the honoree of the evening, Dwight Gooden. It's so exciting to meet you. You are legendary. You know that, Doc.
Thank you. It's nice to have. Thanks for having me. Look forward to tonight. It's for a great cause. It's a great charity. And I'm happy to take part.
I'm going to read out of tonight's pamphlet that you played as a pitcher for 16 seasons,
Yes.
right? For the Yankees and for the Mets,
Yes.
right? And you were a 3-time World Series champion, a 4-time All-Star, and you were the Cy Young Award winner and Triple Crown achieving pitcher. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was very fortunate. Had some great teammates. I had a great pitching coach in Mel Stoudemire, great manager in Davey Johnson, who helped make my job a lot easier. And plus the New York fans gave me a lot of support pitching at Shea Stadium and Yankee Stadium. So, and a catcher, Gary Carter, who played a big part of my career. And my best season was '85. The first year we got Gary, and he played a tremendous part of that. And I couldn't have done it without the fans and my teammates, no doubt about it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the fans were crazy about you. But now you do a lot of help with children, don't you?
Yes, to me, that's what it's all about, just giving back. I know my parents told me at a very young age, what good is to have a life if you don't have an impact on another's life? Working with kids is my true passion, and I know what pain looks like. I know what pain feels like. And if anything I can say to share my past or my experiences, good or bad, to put a smile on a kid's face or show them a different way, that's what I'm all about.
Now, how important do you think is a child playing sports when they're young? Do you think that sports is an important part to help develop them?
Most definitely, because when you have teammates, I always tell kids, when you have teammates, not everybody can make it professionally, but those teammates in the corporate America, they become your coworkers. I still have friends that I play Little League with, and we're still friends today. You develop friendships at a very young age that you have a lifetime. And when you're playing sports, no matter what you're going through for that 1 hour or 2 hours, whatever it may be, it takes your mind away from all that stuff. And you get to have fun with other guys on your team and just enjoy that moment. And I think sports is a great thing. And you're never too young to play sports.
Now, do you think that they've done anything to improve safety on the ball fields?
I think so. I know when I played, there was no safety. You just go out and you go and play, and we pitch itself. Now they have
With a rock and a stick, actually.
you just go for it, and whatever happens, happens. But now they have the chest protectors for the pitchers. Everybody has the helmets with the face masks in the front, and I think that's very, very helpful. Even the bases, when you're running a base, you have a baseman outside for the runner and a baseman inside for the first baseman to take the base. So they're making it as safe as possible for these young guys.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I want to congratulate you on being the 2021 honoree for New York Sportscene Children's Foundation, because they do so much for children, and they're so happy that you do too, and we're very proud of you.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I'm very honored to accept this award, and I couldn't have done it without the support of so many throughout the New York area, and I'm just so happy to have my message heard and to give back.
Thanks, Doc. So we have a very interesting auction item. Doc was kind enough with Nationwide Mortgage to provide us with 2 photos that have been blown up to 20 by 24, which he is going to autograph here live, and you're going to come up on the bid, and if you win the bid, he will sign it. You will take a picture with him as memorabilia.
Okay, now, even though I rip on the Mets, I'm a Met fan, just so you all know. But typical with the New York Mets, they get rid of Doc and he throws a no-hitter. I mean, go pitch. There you go.
How many Yankee fans we have in here?
2,100. That's a lot of care packages, a lot of stuff for kids with cancer. 2,100. I got 2,100. 2,100. 22? 22? What do you got? Yes? No? Maybe? So? Your wife's credit card? 2,100? Got $2,100. Thank you. Okay, Met fans out there.
How many times have you seen this just coming out to Stonebridge Country Club, having dinner? I think it's pretty cool.
Do I have 700? 700, come on.
World Series, right? 86 World Series?
86 World Series photos, signed by Doc with you in it. No 1,400, 1,300. Come on up for your photo. All right.
Helen. How are you? It's Anthony Luisi. Being here today is to support the efforts, generous people, as well as Patricia's Restaurant, one of the sponsors here today, because we really truly believe the work that Mike and Fran and everybody else does.
One other thing that is coming up is the marathon. You want to tell us something about that?
Yeah, it is exactly a year ago that I had a kidney transplant, and we are involved in the New York City Marathon this year. We're supporting raising awareness and money for the Kidney Foundation, but more importantly, we're trying to reach out to many people to let them know how important it is to consider being a donor, whether it's a living donor or a sign-off card donor. Help save lives, be a donor.